and it's a bit more woo-woo and spiritual. So if you're not into like manifestation, law of attraction, then this might not be for you. Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla. Today's video is going to be 5 self-improvement / self-help books you need to read if you're on a personal development or self-improvement journey. I have read all 5 of these books and a lot more books, honestly, so let me know if you guys want more book recommendations. As always, make sure to subscribe down below for new videos. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first book on my list of self-improvement books, self-help books, is actually one of the first ones I also read, and it's a bit more woo-woo and spiritual. So if you're not into like manifestation, law of attraction, then this might not be for you, but this one changed my life truly. And it is Ask and It Is Given, and it is learning to manifest your desires. This book is literally so good if you're trying to manifest and attract things into your life. It talks more about like frequency and how the energy and the kind of your frequency you put out is what attracts back to you. So I've manifested so much reading this book. I've manifested while I was reading it too, like different little things here and there. I was like, let me just try and like hold on to the feeling and see what happens, and like literally everything happened. So this is such a good book if you're wanting to get into manifesting and just attract certain things to your life and just literally live your dream life. It is kind of a heavy read, not gonna lie, about 300 pages, but so just reading it over the course of like a couple months got me to finish it. And then I sometimes go back to like certain parts of it because it just has like different things like the frequency, like scales and stuff like that, just all the different emotions and things. Like it's a really good read. And yeah, and they also have like a bunch of stuff on YouTube, like Rampages by Abraham Hicks, just talking about stuff like that. So absolutely love this book. The next book that I highly recommend reading if you're on a self-improvement journey is The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And I know you're gonna be like, I'm not a morning person, I don't like waking up early, or maybe you are a morning person. Highly suggest this if you are. But you guys, I was not a morning person, and I decided to read this because I was like, you know, I want to get into waking up early, so let me read this. This is such a good it's not fictional, it like almost is, but it isn't. It's just a good like story talking about like how waking up early truly changes you. And I actually did start waking up at 5 a.m. after reading this book, and I just noticed like even if you like, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, but waking up earlier changes something about that. You just feel like you have more time, for yourself. It's quiet in the morning. I love getting up early and like going to the gym, getting a bunch of stuff done, because it feels like by the time it's like 9 a.m. and everyone else is starting to get up, you got so much done already on your to-do list. This is such a good one. I started reading this also while I was in my last year of university, and the first like day I started reading it, I just ended up waking up the next day at 5 a.m. because I was reading 5 a.m. I think so much that my body woke me up at 5 a.m. and I was like, okay. And I got a bunch of schoolwork done. I like hit the gym. It was just such a productive day. So highly recommend 5 a.m. Club. Even if you're not a morning person, still it's so good for like the principles of waking up earlier and just giving yourself more time. Even now, like I'll still wake up earlier if I have like a 9 a.m. shift, just so I can like move my body, say my affirmations, not rush, take my time, and just have more time to myself. Really truly love this book. So yeah. Okay, the next book is going to be The Power of Your Subconscious Mind and Money by Dr. Joseph Murphy. This is such a good book. I've read this book so many times over and over just because of how good the principles and the practices are in it. Essentially, he talks about how what you repeatedly have going on in your mind and your brain is going to show up in your life. And so if you're focusing on like the things that are bad, you're going to attract that to you. And if you're focusing on the good and just impressing your subconscious mind with the things you want, you're going to start to see that. He talks about how people have been like homeless and gone to getting mansions that they didn't even have to pay for. It's just so great. People getting the love of their lives just by like changing the way they are and act towards themselves and how they see love and things like that. So I really love this book so much. And he's just such a great author too. It's really good because he has so many different examples, things you can do in like your sleep, things you can do in the morning, a lot of different examples of people too and his clients and stuff like that. So really such a good book. I've read this so many times, helped me grow my business, helped me just change my life for the better and my mindset. So love this one. The fourth book, this one is another good one. It's You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. This one is the first one I've read of her book. She also has has one that's You Are a Badass at Making Money, which I also recommend, but this one is just kind of a good starter if you're starting out your self-improvement journey, because it just talks about how to like not doubt yourself and how to improve and how to just go for the things you want. And so I really love this one. It's also like not too long of a read. Like I think I read this on the plane and it took me like, I don't know, like maybe 2 plane rides. Like it was a quick read, only like about 200 pages, I think, maybe even less. Yeah, like 200 pages. And I also did do some like highlighting in this too. But she just talks about kind of like her story on like how she got into writing her book and changing her life, and it's really good, just kind of like relatable read as someone who's starting their self-improvement journey. Really love this book. She's also a New York Times bestselling author, so really good book if you're starting your self-improvement journey again. And last but certainly not least is going to be one from Neville Goddard. This one is again a little bit more spiritual, a little bit more woo-woo, but I love books like that. Honestly, I just love, I don't know, books like that and like manifestation, law of assumption. This is going to be The Feeling Is the Secret by Neville Goddard, and this basically talks about all about how like how you feel creates your reality, and if you're feeling the things that you want, that's how you are going to bring in more of that thing. It's also a very short read. Like I literally have read this in a day, multiple times a day, or have read this like multiple times because it's just such an easy read. It's like less than 100 pages, I think. Yeah, it's like 50 pages, less than that. So it's a really good read. Also compare some things to kind of like scripture and stuff like that if you're into that. I'm not super religious, but yeah, but I also did do some highlighting in this one just because there are some really good things like here: your subconscious impressions determine the conditions of your world. The subconscious never fails to express that which has been impressed upon it. So literally just talks about subconscious mind, your mindset, and how to feel your way into success and the things that you want in life. So I love this book as well. And again, it's literally like you could read this in one day. Like it's so easy to, such an easy read, but such a good, powerful book as well. So yeah. Okay, those are all of the books that I have for you guys today. If you guys want a part 2, let me know, because I have way more books than this that I could also touch on that have helped me improve and grow in the last few years since starting my self-improvement, self-development journey. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you're always notified whenever I post a new video. And as always, check out my socials. Everything is linked down below: my Instagram, my TikTok, all of that linked in the description box. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me. I'm trying to post 3 times a week, so any requests or recommendations is always helpful. So yeah, and again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.